is no longer really an opportunity or choice, it's an imperative. To telling the story, how do we make sure that we're taking full advantage of any and all assets that are on the grid and at customer premises.
Welcome everyone to the ei360 podcast. My name is Sandi. I'm joined with David Swink, CEO of Lynxsprings, and Terry Swope, CEO and founder of Lynxspring. And we are in Kansas City at the Lynxspring Partners Conference. And David, we've had such a wonderful time here. I'd love for you to share with our audience and get to talk with Terry a little bit about what we've experienced here this weekend.
Well, Terry, I meant to say a moment ago when we did this is our third take, but I do want to say, I meant to start by saying we are in Kansas City, home of the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's right.
And so it's great to be here. I'm a big fan of the Chiefs, used to be from Missouri, so it's great to be here, and thank you so much for inviting us to be a part of this conference, Terry. We tell people all the time that Lynxspring is just a tremendous partner, alliance of NX, as we strive to create that integration on front of the meter and beyond the meter. And we've talked a lot of last few days about how important that is, how important interoperability is. And Terry, we just appreciate you, your team, but would love for you to share with everyone really what's taken place here the last several days.
Well, very interesting things have been taking place here. And it's proof positive of where we're heading as an industry, as a society, and a culture. Obviously, Lynxspring's been in business for 21 years as a control manufacturer. We have a very, very wide network on a worldwide basis in doing building automation. And when we speak of energy management, we're talking about efficiencies within the buildings. I've always felt with my education and background that there needs to be more. As we move deeper and deeper into the information age, the digital pictures, the twinning, all those catchwords, phrases that are out there today, but to see that it actually starts to happen today, yesterday, is proof that people are starting to look at how can we connect the way energy is created, the way it's transported, communicate with buildings when there's so much information. And they've been dipole concepts for so many years. For us, we've been doing our conference every couple of years, getting our partners together. COVID obviously screwed that up for a couple of years, so it was good to get everybody back. But it was really, really interesting to see the excitement that was generated by the fact that you guys were here with us. It was validated by other industry experts. And believe me, the side notes, the water cooler talk afterwards is, how do I get involved on where you guys are heading?
Well, and Terry, I shared yesterday with you that, one of those quotes that we all use different quotes, but innovation distinguishes leaders from followers, and you are an innovative company, you're an innovative individual. That's what I really appreciate about you, because I think it is important to kind of cast the vision of the future. And yesterday, you introduced a really exciting new technology that is coming through Lynxspring, E2E.
Yes.
Share with the audience just not only what that it's about, but just how important that's going to be to building operators.
Sure. Everything we do in our company is based upon the voice of the customer. And we've all been talking about data for a long, long time, but it's interesting that we passed a point in 2003 where the data that was generated in 1 year represented all the data that had ever been created before. But data without execution means nothing. And so what we have to move towards is, how do we extract the data? How do we be able to make that data work for us? We've been working with a major energy company for over 10 years and it developed a independent data layer called Connection. And it was basically to start with them and work in the DRAS market. But as we move forward, how do we start to take that data and then give it actionable consequences with our customer base? Our customers were saying the same thing. Where's my data? How do I get to it? How can I use it? But in the past, that's been very, very convoluted by very, very large companies. And we wanted to make it simple because it should be simple. Today, or yesterday actually, we launched our E2E platform. It's a result of about 12 years of research and development, and we're excited about that. It gives the customer the ability to take all the data out of a building, the way the building is managed, all of the energy consumption in the building, move that data up to the cloud, a very, very simple widget-based user interface. You can drag and drop and parse that data. You don't have to have some data degree. You don't have to be some specialist in managing that. You can see how that data is used. You can have that same experience every single time you open it. You can change it. You can manage the data that's coming in. And the best part is you can parse that data and work it with any application, any analytic program that's out there. We're excited about the ability to do the same with you, to be able to move that data up to the grid and work with you to create an opportunity where we're so much more efficient. There are changes happening in society right now. The movement to EV cars is having a major impact on what's happening, and to finally connect those two together is going to make major changes as we move forward.
You know, Terry, when I hear if people talk about DERMs, a distribution energy resource manager, the resources we should be looking to is what you're talking about, the data in the building, being able to control that load. When we hear people talk about virtual power plants and being able to connect to C&I customers, you all bring tremendous value to utilities in that space. You know, when we think about microgrids and the optimization of energy, we all know we can be more efficient in a lot of these commercial industrial spaces. You're doing a great job of helping those operators make those facilities more efficient. If you're looking at doing a DERM or a VPP, you need this combination. And Terry, we're very excited about
I'm very,
working
very
with you.
excited to be working with you guys. I think the future is very bright. And if you look at what you hear on the news today, it's very bleak. And I think we can change that, and for the betterment of society.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Terry. Great to be here, and thank you for having us.
I'm glad you're here. Thank you, sweetie. Appreciate it.
Wait, let's just bring it in right here. Come on. 1, 3,
Go
1, 2,
Chiefs!
3.